Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I'm back in my normal setting. I don't know, I just did this because I felt like as much as I love filming in my living room, I feel like the lighting is just like not really good. So especially when I'm gonna do a video like I am right now, I just wanted to have better lighting so you guys could see properly. So the video that I'm going to be doing today, as you could probably tell from the title, is how I fill in my eyebrows. Right now I only have one eyebrow done, and it's this one, and this is like my other one that's not done yet. I'm not doing anything too crazy right now. I'm just sort of like, I'm going to the gym, which some of you might think that I'm wearing a crap load of makeup for the gym, but it's because I'm going to class after. If I go to the gym in the morning, I don't wear any makeup, but it's just, that's the way it just turned out. So, and I also wanted to do this video for you guys and show you how I do sort of like my everyday eyebrows when I'm not wearing a lot of makeup. Like if I'm going out at night and I'm wearing like a really heavy eye, I'll actually wear a darker shadow on my eyebrows and do a little bit of like more of a dramatic eyebrow. So the way I fill out my eyebrows is with eyeshadow. There's tons of different eyeshadows that you can actually use. I'll just give you an example. The one that I was using for a really long time was Concrete. So this is Concrete. And Concrete is by MAC. So it's an eyeshadow like this, and you're gonna notice the similarity between all of these eyeshadows that I'm gonna show you. And I'll tell you what it is after I show them to you. So Concrete is a darker color, and recently, I love it for my eyebrows, but I found something else through my makeup class that I like a lot better, and I still love this, but this is more, in my opinion, this is more for nighttime because it is a little bit darker than what I've been using lately. So that's one color. Another color, which is the one that I'm going to be using in this video for myself, and this is really, really good for brunettes like me, and it's called Coquette. So as you can see, I'll show you the difference between Concrete and Coquette. This is Concrete and this is Coquette. So Coquette is like quite a bit lighter actually. Oops, I don't want to drop my palette. This is Coquette, this is Concrete. This one's a lot lighter, so I mean, it really depends on the look that you want. This still matches my hair and my eyebrows really well. This might seem a little bit light, but you should always go a little bit lighter than your hair. You should never, like for example, I have pretty dark hair and I would never use an eyeshadow that's the same color or powder that's the same color as my hair because my eyebrows would be way, way too dark. So, and another color, and this is like really popular and I'm sure everybody knows about this, but this would be for blondes. Or like redheads even, or really, really light haired brunettes. And sometimes I could even use it at the front of my brows if I want to have like a really subtle fill-in, and that's Omega. So Omega is really light. I'll show it to you next to Coquette, which is what I've been using lately. So that's Coquette, and Concrete is even darker. So that's Omega, and that's good for, for blondes and redheads and things like that. So if you guys are looking for good powders for your eyebrows, I would really suggest those. The similarity that I don't know if you guys noticed between all of these shadows are the fact that they all have gray undertones. So I'll show you between the two that I personally use on my eyebrows. I don't know if you guys can notice, but it's not brown. Like it is in a way, it has browny, beigey undertones, but it actually has a gray cast to it. So that's what you really want because nobody's hair is super duper like brown with no gray undertones unless they dye their hair, and that's the way it came out, and even then that's extremely rare. I'll show it to you next to an eyeshadow that is like has less gray undertones so you guys can really see the difference. This here is Cork, which isn't really a brown, but it has more beigey undertones, and this is Coquette. So as you guys can see, there's a big difference. I would never use this on eyebrows. It just like, I mean, it wouldn't be horrible if you did it like really subtly, but it just wouldn't match. Like this is a much better match for anybody's hair. So yeah, that's a tip for you guys, is if you're looking for a powder for your eyebrows and you're not willing to go, you know, like dish out the cash for like an Anastasia like powder or something that's specifically made for your eyebrows. If you're looking for an eyeshadow, I would really suggest something that has a gray cast undertone. So the brush that I use to fill in my brows is this one, and it's by MAC, and it's the MAC 208 brush. So as you guys can see, this is a very, very thin angled brush, and it's tiny if you look at it like next to my face. This brush is okay, but to be honest with you, I would maybe prefer something a little bit thicker. I started using this because it's what I purchased. I like it because I can make really fine, thin lines. But if you're looking for something that's made for the brows, I would suggest maybe something a little bit thicker than this. Not much, but just a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys. As I said, this is sort of what I do for my everyday. I don't know if you could see the difference, but this is just, you know, a little bit more defined. I don't have any sort of like bald spots. It's a little bit, you know, lengthened out. As you guys can see here, I have some bald spots, and it's just, this one just looks better, I find. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do. This is just my MAC palette, but I'm gonna dip my brush in the Coquette color. And I'm gonna zoom you guys in here. Okay, so if you want, I don't necessarily always do this because I'm used to doing my brows, but if you're a beginner, you can take a spoolie and just sort of like, if you wanna start from the top, you can sort of brush down your eyebrows, and that'll make it look like more natural, and it'll be really helpful. So you just take the brush and you sort of like start on the top where your hairs sort of like begin. So you just go like that. And just make a line, you know, and then, you know, when you get to the tail, if you want to lengthen your brow a little bit, do so, but never ever go too, like, as you guys can see, I'm gonna stop like lifting my brows for a second, and I'm just gonna make my brush go straight. You don't want it, you don't want to make your little tail go downwards too much, and you don't want it, because that will make you just look like you have droopy eyebrows, and that's not attractive. That makes you look like you're angry or you're sad. So you really don't want that. You can define your arch as much as you want. I just personally like to go with like the natural flow of my arch. Now that I have that done, I'm just gonna sort of like straighten out my brows a little bit with the spoolie. And then I'm gonna take that color again, and I'm gonna start underneath. So where my eyebrows sort of like begin, I'm gonna do that. Like that. And then I'm gonna put my brush on the side. This is just how I do it, guys. So I'm gonna put my brush on the side, and I'm just gonna sort of like do that kind of like motion. Put a little bit more, and just sort of like do really small like flicks with my brush. And I like this color because it's really not too, it's lighter. So, I mean, I don't have to be careful, you know, about how strong I go with it. And then you just sort of want to fill in your brows. So after you're done with the powder, you're more than welcome to go in with either a tinted or a clear brow gel. I have a few, but honestly, I really don't like the look that it gives. In my personal preference, I just like to have this sort of like blended in look with the powder. But if you like to have, and I don't have an issue, a lot of people add brow gel because they want the powder to last all day, but I honestly don't have an issue. I put my brows on in the morning, and I come back sometimes really late at night because I have night classes. Like sometimes I get home at 11:30 at night, and my eyebrows are still perfectly intact. So I really don't have a personal issue with that, but if you do, I would definitely recommend that you use a brow gel. So that was just a quick overview of how to do your brows. I know that it might seem really super simple, but to be honest with you, I didn't really know how to do my eyebrows until a few months ago. I'd say maybe 6 months ago, and every time I tried different methods with powders, with pencils, with gels, with different things like that, and I always thought that I looked really crazy. So when I finally practiced and I learned how to do it myself, what works for myself and what works for my face, I really, really like it. And now it seems like I can't leave my house. Even when I'm just wearing mascara, I can't leave my house without my brows on. So it really does take practice because everybody's eyebrows are different. Everybody's shape of their eyebrows are different. Some people arch, some people are more straight, some people are sténique or asténique, like their brows go upwards or downwards. And so it's really different for everybody. And it just really takes practice. So anyways, I hope that you guys learned a little something from this video. I also sometimes use pencil. If you're interested in seeing how I use a pencil, I can also make a video on that. If that's a method that you guys prefer, let me know what you guys want to see. So if there's a specific way of doing your eyebrows that you guys want to see, I'll definitely make a video showing you guys that. Anyway, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful for you. Please subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and leave me some comments in the comment bar down below. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!